Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and this is the channel where I went to business school so you didn't need to, and today we are talking about Sofi Technologies and Top Financial. We'll be going over Sofi Technologies' latest predictions for their Q1 earnings report, which is coming out on May 1st, which will be Monday. If you're watching this video after Monday, comment down below if we get our predictions right on this channel and whether or not we were too bullish or too bearish on this particular happening. Lastly, we're also going to talk about Top Financial, ticker symbol TOP, because this company is skyrocketing in their overall price, well over 200%. So we'll be discussing why that is, if you should invest into it, and what I personally think of that company. So with that being said, go ahead and annihilate that like button right now for more videos on Sofi Technologies. Subscribe if you are new. Don't forget to support me by becoming a member of this channel so I can continuously make videos just like this one. And without further ado, let's jump right in. If you're not familiar with Sofi Technologies, essentially they operate as a digital bank. And with their earnings report happening on Monday, we could see the share price absolutely surge by at least 5 to 10%. Although that would be more of a conservative prediction, it seems that the consensus estimate for Sofi's revenue are anticipated to come in at around $441.7 million, which would indicate a 33.7% increase year over year regarding their revenue growth, which is very positive. If we can identify a company who is scaling their revenues at over a 30% CAGR, this company is rapidly expanding, meaning that we definitely want to be a part of this ride. If Sofi meets expectations or brings in more than $441.7 million, the share price could absolutely explode. On top of that, what investors really are looking forward to is not necessarily the revenue, but rather the earnings per share. For instance, they're anticipated to bring in a loss of 8 cents per share, and although that doesn't sound very appealing at first, last year for the same quarter, they incurred a 14 cent per share loss, meaning that they are rapidly approaching a profitability, and as their earnings per share continues to decrease in their overall losses, eventually it will become neutral or positive, and the company will absolutely skyrocket in their overall share price. According to Zacks Rank, which rates companies and stocks on a scale from 1 to 5, 1 being a strong buying opportunity and 5 being a strong selling opportunity, they rank Sofi Technologies as a 3, meaning that it's best to hold this company leading up to their earnings report. I, on the other hand, believe this earnings report will be positive, and the reason for that is because many investors aren't necessarily anticipating very good news due to the banking crisis and volatility we have seen in the overall financial space and the economy. But if Sofi ends up bringing in good news, we could see the overall share price increase and then pull back very slightly, but I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. So ideally, we are looking for the company to beat $441.7 million in revenue and 8 cents per share. And if they miss this projection, clearly we are going to see a pullback in the overall share price, but even then, that would make this company a better buying opportunity, considering that technically they are overpriced and trading at a premium right now, according to professionals and various accounting ratios that I've talked about in previous videos. But despite trading at a premium, why do many experts believe that Sofi Technologies is in a good buying zone right now for investors? Well, first let's start off to what they have achieved throughout the year of 2023. If you were to invest into this company in the beginning of 2023, you would be up approximately 26% year to date. However, if you jumped in much earlier for this company when the stock price was very, very high, you are probably in the red right now. So how should we fix this? Well, the first rule of thumb would be not to overexpose yourself to any singular risky growth stock more than a 5% initial portfolio allocation, and that's why I only have around a 4% allocation to this overall company, because I own a lot of other companies that are just as good, if not better, than Sofi Technologies. But with that being said, I am still very bullish on Sofi Technologies, and I do believe this upcoming earnings report will act as a positive catalyst. There is going to be further near-term uncertainty and volatility in the overall share price as well as the overall stock market, but if you are a long-term investor who is willing to hold this company over the next decade, regardless about what the stock price does in the short term, right now could be a good buying opportunity for you, according to this author. But why does he say that? Well, he says this because despite the shares being relatively pricey, the future share price of the company 5 to 10 years from now is clearly going to be much higher than the share price currently, meaning that even if you were to buy right now, in the future, this company will end up growing your wealth, building value, and giving you some profits if you decide to sell it later. And that's why he believes that right now, even though it's overpriced, could be an ideal time to accumulate shares. I, on the other hand, am more than willing to wait for the company to drop lower and then buy more, because remember, I still have 1% left to reach 5%, and I'm going to use that remaining 1% to dollar cost average my average cost basis so I can get this company for even cheaper, meaning that it's going to be sooner for me to make profits than many other people. Unless you've already invested this year at the beginning of 2023, then you would already be in the green for this company. It's not surprising that many investors have more of a lukewarm view of SoFi Technologies based off of the fears of a potential recession and a market crash. The fallout for this could be absolutely catastrophic, especially as we've already seen volatility in the overall banking space due to the banking crisis and bank runs, which I actually alluded to and talked about in our last video. Now, even though the market is very volatile, the market is always volatile. So when you see weakness in your favorite companies who are fundamentally solid, that is a good buying opportunity in my personal opinion. Just again, I can't stress this enough, do not over allocate yourself too much to any singular risky growth company. You're taking on unnecessary risk of potential losses. There are so many great companies out there that you should be able to diversify into while also holding SoFi Technologies. What makes SoFi Technologies so innovative right now is their earnings report, and if we get good news, that is going to be phenomenal for their shareholders. And given their strength of previous earnings reports and releases, we know that this upcoming earnings report most likely will either beat on their revenue or earnings per share, or in my opinion, I think they may beat in both categories. SoFi Technologies is currently on a growth trajectory to achieve double-digit growth. And not only that, they are also set to achieve a double-digit share price, mainly because eventually the student loan moratorium will end and the student loan debt forgiveness plan will either be a flop or go through. And with whatever happens, it will benefit SoFi in some way. Management has already guided for the full year of 2023 that the company is set to grow at over a 30% CAGR regarding their revenue growth, meaning that this company is absolutely phenomenal and growing extremely aggressively. But the best part is, SoFi is anticipated to achieve GAAP profitability by Q4 of 2023. GAAP being the generally accepted accounting principles profitability, meaning that once they achieve this, that's when the share price will start to rapidly and aggressively increase in their overall stock price. So some investors who are more risk averse than even I am are going to wait until Q4 of 2023 before that earnings report comes out and then decide to invest, which is very smart. However, I want to get the company before it ends up surging, meaning that I have bought recently and I'm waiting for an opportunity to lower my average cost. Professionals are so excited about this company that starting after 2024, their earnings per share could go as high as 20 cents for their EPS, and there are other estimates that say that they could surge as high as 50 cents, bringing the company's share price well over $10 per share, so we should anticipate a surge in that regard. However, I do like how the author ends the article, saying that we should still practice proper risk management, and SoFi Technologies, even at around $5.75, is still pricey, but only if you are a long-term investor. This could be a buying opportunity for you, and I do agree with him, but I would love to hear your thoughts down below about this. Now let's talk about Top Financial and why this company is absolutely exploding right now. Top Financial, ticker symbol TOP, is a financial institution located over in China, and lately the stock price has been surging and taking off. Shares have climbed by almost 198% higher just during regular trading hours, to where various brokerages had to stop the trading of this asset because the trading volume was so high. Normally, their average trading volume is around 893,000 shares, but recently it's been in the millions. I personally plan to short this company because it's way overpriced, and here's what I mean. Shares were only trading at $6.65 when the market closed on Wednesday. However, it surged up to $20 per share, and then again it surged to $79 per share, meaning that this financial institution located over in Hong Kong is way too overpriced considering when they IPO'd back in June of 2022 with a $5 per share price. Clearly, this company is overvalued, surging by hundreds of %. Now, what is the reason why this company is surging so aggressively? Honestly, right now, no one knows, and that's what scares me. Investors are just piling in because they are seeing the share price go up. But without a catalyst, inevitably, this company will crash back down and the share price will fall, which is why I am going to short this company. I'm not going to short it by a lot or thousands of dollars. I'm just going to dip in a few $100 shorting this company because I believe there is money to be made here, especially when a stock is way overpriced. We even had a professional from Hindenburg Research, which is a very well-known short seller firm, believes that this is a pump and dump scheme. There is no catalyst right now that we know about that should cause the top financial TOP stock to surge as much as it has, meaning that people are literally piling in on this company blind and the rug will be taken out from underneath of them to where eventually and inevitably it will crash back down. I plan on shorting the company to where once this company does fall back down, I will be making loads of profits, but again, I'm only betting a few $100s on this, but I would love to hear your thoughts down below on both SoFi Technologies and Top Financial. Don't forget to go and obliterate that like button right now, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe if you are new, don't forget to become a member to support me personally so I can continuously make videos just like this one for you, and I will see you in the next YT video.